Everybody, I'm in Christie Pits Park in Toronto, Canada. I'm going for a little walk. On Bloor Street in Toronto, Canada, North America, by the way, in case. We're in Christie Pits Park. There's not many people around here today. It's pretty quiet. No tents either. Nobody's camping here tonight. It's like, I think a couple other parks there's a lot of campers, but not in this one. There's no campers there. And it's actually not that busy. And you know what else I miss? I don't see any police barricading any trees here. What does that mean? Does that mean the trees in this park are not very popular? I mean, come on, people. I don't know. This discrimination thing. Like, if you're going to barricade some trees and not other trees, doesn't that mean that the trees that you're not barricading are kind of not worth it? I mean, come on. I think they should barricade all these trees, because all trees are the same. You can't, it's not one is more important than the other. Anyway, so we're heading back to, trying to get to Spadina. It's kind of windy, which is cool, because I'm wearing too much clothing. Hey, man. People playing music in the park and this little thing is kind of like interesting, because usually, not always, but usually they're listening to, they could put headphones on, right? So usually they're listening to kind of interesting music. That's not your top 40 and your typical DJ stuff on the radio. They still have DJs, but so they're kind of interesting. I like listening to their music, because sometimes you hear something really kind of underground and kind of cool, Sometimes people are just blasting music out of their car, top 40, just to grab attention, which is kind of funny too. You got to do that as a kid. That's a rite of passage, Basically, a car, when you're young, is a way to carry your radio around, You need to carry your radio somewhere, with the CDs and all that, and you got a car. Now, there's no CDs, but you still need to carry your music somehow with your speakers. Wow. I'm gonna take a picture of that subway station with the towers in the back and a car. Oh, there's a camper here on my right. Very organized. It's got some furniture outside. And it's all cool. It's just rental bikes. I've never rented these before. I don't know how they work or... Okay. Wow. What a beautiful day. It is, it's a beautiful day, but it's about 2 o'clock, 1:30, roughly. And this is what I call a tourist hour. It's tourist light, You got this light that's very directly overhead. And if you notice, shadows are pretty harsh. And the reason I call it tourist hour is because when you're a tourist, you go to some cool destination. You book a tour, and the tour, you get down there 8 o'clock for the bus and breakfast, and then they give you this and that, and they check your passports. And so listen to this guy. And then 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you drive around and you get to your first cool place, and that you get out of the bus to look around like 12, 11 o'clock. Then you go to the second one, or you're walking around till 2. The bus leaves at 3. You got to be back at the bar, happy hour at 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Dinner, and then you have to do the night entertainment. So you do all your fun stuff, your tourist spotting stuff, between 11 to like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, where the light is the worst. Big shadows and all that. And you're taking pictures of your Eiffel Towers and the pyramids and the boats and the beach, all at the worst lighting. And you end up buying the postcards at the hotel lobby. Gus the barber across the street. Let's take a shot of that. But photographers usually do the opposite. They're either out, 5 in the morning, or they're going for the sunset whenever the sunset is. Usually, 6, 7, 8, And I've been to that restaurant before. It's open late hours. Used to be. I guess still. I went there with Maria. Maria, watching? If you're watching, hi Maria. So photographers go for the artistic hours, so you get all this beautiful golden lights and sunsets, and tourists get all the not so exciting lighting. And this is what it is. This is like a tourist light, very overhead, very blue. But I'm gonna warm it up a bit, and that's how we are. And I do some photographs of the streets, and let me cross the street here a little bit, get into traffic, try to get an exciting shot. The pictures I take are more like documentary shots. They're not. I don't think they're very artistic. I'm just documenting the street. And if you notice, the colors are always a little bit off or funny and stuff. I'm not a big fan of reality colors and stuff. I think colors, the way you look at them, different times, different monitors, different feeling, it always changes. Color is never real. White could look super white if everything's neutral, but it could look orange and golden if it's sunset, So I like to add my own feeling to the color. Let's see a shot here. I like this. I like it when the street has got a lot of things happening. A guy on his bike, some guy looking at his phone, speed waiting for a bus. I like the whole randomness of life on the street, Randomness of different people coming together at one moment, and they all make sense, but they are not part of the same story, but they come together in my story, kind of thing. Anyway, sometimes that works. When you're doing street photography also, it's good to visit the same area over and over again, so that you get familiar with different shops and different lighting and different people, and then that way you can work your way around much easier. If people recognize you, and then you kind of talk to people, or where cool places are and where the light's the best. So I like to revisit an area over and over again for street photography. And also for street photography, it's good to, when you find something decent, to kind of loiter around a little bit sometimes. That's one technique. You find a good wall, you wait till somebody walks into it. I can't do that because I like to walk, and when you do that, you have to stop too many times. And when I walk with friends and stuff, I always carry a camera also. And when you're walking with your friends, you can't keep stopping over and over again. They get really annoyed. So you have to be very quick. So that kind of trains you to think fast. And when I'm walking with you guys, I try not to burn so much time taking photos, standing around. I just like to take one shot and go. Like this storefront is kind of cool. Okay, gotta get that woman. And it is. This is Bathurst. We're at Bathurst. No, not yet. Palmerston. We're Palmerston. The next one is Bathurst. I'm gonna keep looking at those buildings. Walk into traffic a little bit. Stand on the curb. And maybe a vertical. Verticals are not great, but I like these buildings going up because they definitely become very iconic. When you photograph a building half built and then, years later it's built, it's nice to, it's a cool store with a bunch of hats in it. Nice. I love hats. Hats are great. I think should be mandatory for everybody to wear hats all the time. I think I have way too many pictures of this construction site. So, there you go. There you go. So, Bathurst is coming up. I like that park that I was in. It's pretty good. When you start your walk, you're always a little bit cold. And as time goes on, and you start getting warmer and warmer, and and then you're looking forward for the wind, Come on, a little bit more wind, I'm getting hot. This is crazy. They got 1, 2, 3, 5 cranes here. Do you think they got enough cranes here? My God. I'm always fascinated by these kids who climb the cranes to the top. They attach a GoPro camera to their head. It's like, I mean, you shouldn't be doing that. It's probably not a safe thing to do without safety harnesses and police permission from your local authorities, kids, warning. But these videos they have on YouTube, you know, either they're pretty interesting. Oh, that guy with the hat would have been perfect in a shot, but I'm in the wrong position to even attempt him, because let's see if we can do a turnaround here. Oh, no, it's not very good. Okay, not very good. Used to be a store there called Honest Ed, and it used to be a discount store. It was very busy, and they tore it down, and they're doing the condos. Oh, hey! Oh my God. I walked from Christie Pits. You're gonna go back to the village up there?
No, you go Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Saturday.
Huh?
Just the weekend.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
See you around. Take care. This is a street musician. He's a Darvish. He's from Iran, and I always see him around. He's a really nice guy. We always sit and chat sometimes. I see him quite a bit at Bloor Village. These are pretty interesting stuff. These stores I like because, you know, you can always buy stuff that's a little bit discounted, and you know, it's fun and exciting. Yeah, his music is very good. It's a very special kind of, very traditional Iranian instrument. Very traditional Iranian. It's called a tar, I think, or a sitar, or something like that. And it is, let's get out of traffic a little bit, and it's a very low volume music, right? And it's not amplified, and it's very traditional group of ethnicities. I'm not 100% sure what Darvish are, but they're ethnicity, small minority in Iran. Very nice people, very nice people. And he's like, I usually chat with him, and you know, back in Bloor Village, which is really noisy right now. And yeah, it's very noisy, and it's very hard to hear his music, you know, but it's good. And he said he's only up there on the weekends. He's downtown. He's touring the whole Toronto. Street musicians I really like, because I think they're very talented, you know, because, you know, music is talent. Yeah, of course you have to be genetically a musician, you know. I'm terrible at music, you know, genetically. And also you need to play a lot, hours and hours. The reason Beatles became so good because they were playing hours, full-on concerts daily before they became even, you know, became famous, you know. So street musicians are playing like what, 4 or 5 hours a day? Man, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. And they have to play a whole bunch of different stuff. So they're very good. A lot of people look at them and they don't listen to their music, you know, and because they always feel, you know, they have to buy $100 ticket for the music to be good. You know, the payment, when they pay something, it persuades them into thinking, wow, this was great music. But I think that's not necessarily true. In New York City, sometimes I would run into musicians that were like professional. You had to buy tickets to their concerts, and they would just stand in this corner and play, and nobody would pay attention to them. And then you realize, man, they're really good. And then you talk to them, and they had a show the next day that you had to purchase tickets to and line up to get in. And they were playing on the streets, and nobody would pay any attention to them. It's a human behavior that if they get something for free, they think it's not of high value. Japanese sushi. That's why please subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'm really enjoying making these videos and walking and photographing, which I've been doing for all my life practically, but I've just decided to film some of them and post them. I've been walking in street photography for years and years. First time I did that was in London, England in 1998 that I did, and it was fantastic. I got hooked, 98. And sometimes I used to try to film street photography, and I have a few films like that from a couple of years ago. And the filming street photography is very difficult because, you know, you have to, it's just very difficult. But then I find that this, just walking with the camera on, it's a lot easier to film it. But it's not so easy to photograph because, you know, you can't linger and you can't concentrate, and, you know, you can't shoot things at different angles, but it's still fun. And best thing is you get good exercise. My God, this guy in the front is wearing so much perfume. I need a mask. Whew, like seriously. Oh my God. Yeah, this wearing masks has its advantages, I guess. Oh my God, he's wearing so much perfume, that so much smell of. There's another store here with incense. Maybe that was a smell, not the guy. I don't know. I mean, the guy just looked like he would be wearing a lot of perfume, which is fine. I like wearing perfume and cologne and stuff too. It's always best to smell good rather than bad, right? It's like a clothing and accessory store. Why don't we fire a shot into this window for a hell of it? I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I like also some window displays because it kind of captures the era, fashion of the era, you know, when it was, you know. It's like look back at 50 years, if the pictures that are around 50 years and the hard drives don't crash and burn and we don't get nuked. You know, nobody's fearing nuking anybody anymore. Notice back in the 80s everybody was worried about it getting nuked. Now we're all getting worried about boiling to death with temperatures getting higher and higher. But anyway, so if we don't all melt, if the hard drive survives, you look at the pictures and you go, oh, look at the fashion they used to wear in 2021. How silly. They used to wear fabric. Now we just put a cream on and it protects us against everything. Oh my God. I don't know if they'll be talking like this in future, but I don't know if they have an accent like me. But they'll be somewhere. Let's see if we can. We're approaching Spadina. This is Spadina. I feel like a bus driver. Anyway, Danny mentioned this is Bloor Street in Toronto, one of the longest east-west streets. I don't know if it's the longest, but it's pretty long. Main Street. It goes through multiple neighborhoods, different ethnicities. You know, Ukrainians and the Koreans, and everybody's here. It's like a interesting alleyway. And at the end of it, it gets to the Gucci tribe. You know, the Gucci tribe. Gucci and the Fendi tribes are all at the far end that way, you know, the fashionable tribe. You know, and that's really like Toronto's Fifth Avenue towards the end, and it goes all the way to another Mississauga and another district. It's I like this street to photograph on. It's very diverse. It's very, well, by diverse I mean it has different kind of types of buildings, stores, new stores, old stores, you know, different locals, feels different colors. Each section of it is different, and different lighting, you know, like on a rainy day it's got a different feel. Today's got that summer feel. Typical Toronto blue skies. Hey, come and play with me, it's summer again, look. And you know, mid part is kind of a little bit run down and colorful, and further up is more Ukrainian. And the wind is coming very good. The wind is good. The wind very good. Hey everybody. This guy's got music blasting.
A message from rival Amtrak server. They changed the conversation.
Whew. All right. do a turnaround. What's this restaurant? Zod. It's a kebab place. I don't know what kind of food it is. Is it Afghani or Persian or Lebanese or Iranian? It looks good. It looks good. I like the kebabs on the street. It always works. You can't go wrong with it. Definitely better. Definitely better than hot dogs. Okay, like at least you're getting like a cooked meat. You know. All right. So this is Spadina, is it? Yes. Oh, we're at Spadina. We're flying, man. We're flying. This is fast. Way too fast. Looking south on Spadina in the middle of the street. Okay, so let's go a bit further. Let's go till St. George. Let's see what's going on there. I don't think I've ever filmed down this area. Yeah, so yeah, if you enjoy the channel, you're supposed to subscribe and do all those kind of stuff. Like and algorithmize. That's right. Algorithmize. God, my pronunciation's terrible. My God. Anyway, so you can help me with the algorithm of the channel if you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Even if you don't like something, go ahead, yell at me. It's all good. Good times, fast times, and walking times. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna end the ride at the next light, okay? So if you're here till now, you know, you're gonna get an award. If you fell back, if you got tired and you had to stop way back, it's okay too, it's okay. You get fitter as you go along with me, you get fitter. But if you can stay all this way till here, you're looking good and you're looking fit. Looking good and you're looking fit. And if you fell off way back, don't worry, stay with me. I'll get you super fit. And in the next video, remind me, I'm going to tell you about a story about a girl who used to walk with me and how fit she got. Okay, next video, where are we? Here, we're going to end it here. Thanks for a ride. This is Babak. And we had fun. See you in the next ride. Babak out.